Good morning. It's Sunday, November 17th. And this morning I want to talk a little bit about Chris Christie and how far off base he is right now when he talks about Social Security. Now, at one point I thought that Chris Christie was was a good guy, but then he became a Trumpster. But then after a couple of years he realized he was in the wrong boat and he abandoned Trump. And now he's trying to run for president. And in running for president, he's way down in the ladder. But he makes himself worse off when he makes statements like, "Shame on you," he says. And he's calling out Warren Buffett. And he says rich people should not be collecting Social Security. You think he's right? Is he right to point fingers at America's wealthiest people? Is he right that they're not entitled to Social Security? I think not. I think he's wrong. I think Social Security has a lot of work to do to get themselves straightened out. But not allowing the wealthy to collect Social Security is not the way to go about it. For your information and his information, Warren Buffett is one of the wealthiest rich men in the world. But his salary is only $100,000 a year. His secretary makes more money than he does. So Warren Buffett is making a lot of money, but not as a salary. And that's his choice. He's not looking for Social Security. He never was looking for Social Security. But he's entitled to it. And let me tell you what I think about Social Security. First of all, I think it should not be capped. I think you should pay Social Security taxes on every single dollar you make. Right now, the maximum amount of money that can be taxed on a person is up to $166,000 a year, and then you don't have to pay any Social Security taxes beyond that. Well, I think that's one of the major problems with Social Security, that they stopped the taxes. And there's many people in this country who wouldn't mind paying beyond $160-something thousand. Why was that cap ever put in place? I don't know. I don't know why they decided to cap Social Security. Social Security tax is about 6%. So if you're making $160 or something $1,000, you pay $9,000 in Social Security tax. And I think the maximum amount of money that you can honestly collect from Social Security, and it all depends upon the age at which you retire in. And I don't want to get into that, because if you retire early, you're allowed to retire at 62 and collect Social Security tax. And maybe they should change that. Maybe they should do away with that. Maybe they should make that retirement age 65 or something. But in any event, if you do that, if you retire at 62, you're not going to get as much money as you will as if you retire at the older ages, like 72. If you retire at 72, you get maximum Social Security. Maximum Social Security is around $44,000 a year, if you've earned enough money during your life to have put enough money in to earn the $44,000. So it's not a very straightforward thing that everybody can look at. You have to watch it for yourself. It's your individual being that really gets you the Social Security money that you want to have. First thing is you got to have a good job, and then you're paying a lot of money into Social Security. So I don't think that Social Security is the problem. And I don't think that Chris Christie has taken a good hard look at this issue. Because if we change the rules on how much money people pay in, then they would have plenty of money. There's no reason to have this stupid cap at $166,000 or $168,000. Everybody should pay Social Security on every penny they earn working, not on their investments. You put your investments aside, and if you want to live on them later on in life, in addition to your Social Security, you should do that. And everybody should be encouraged to put money away. on a regular basis. There are so many places that most people don't even know about all of it. It's 401ks. It's a solo 401k. There's a 403b. There's a 457b. There's an IRA. There's a Roth IRA. There's a self-directed IRA. There's a simple IRA. So if you want to retire comfortably, you can do it. You don't need to depend on Social Security. Unfortunately, there are many who don't know what the hell to do. When I was running a company, I pleaded with people to take money and put it into their IRAs and do this and do that and save money for their retirement. And you know what they did? They ignored me. They said they couldn't live on what they were making right now. And they were making good salaries. And let me tell you something. If you took 10% of your money and put it away every single week or every single month, just 10% of your salary, you would be able to live comfortably when you reach retirement age, in addition to the Social Security that you would be collecting. But most people don't think that way. Most people will look at their salaries and believe that they have to spend every one of it. Well, there are many who are poor, many who make minimum wage their whole life. Well, that's tough. It's very tough on them to think about putting 10% away. But when you look at the whole picture, you can do it. And if you've made minimum wage your whole life, if you're depending on Social Security, you're not going to be living well for your whole life. You have to be doing better than minimum wage. And minimum wage in many places in this country really sucks. We still have some places in this country where the minimum wage is $7.50 an hour. And the places where that exists are mostly Republican strongholds. So think about that out there. In any event, Chris Christie is way off base. And he's moved down in my ladder. He had a spot in my ladder as a possible presidential candidate, but he slid off the ladder right now. So in any event, that's what I have to say this morning. Chris Christie is wrong. Social Security needs help, but they're going about it the wrong way. And let me say this, the U.S. government should not be allowed to touch our Social Security savings because they will piss it away, misuse it. Nobody thinks about the proper way to do things. It's save. Don't give the people a break. It's time we stop that nonsense. So I'll leave you with that this morning. Have a great day. Bye.